Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, another week of your favorite, probably not, Delco podcast. It's your boy
Crazy.
Kyle and your brother Jay. What's going on, brother Jay?
On a shirt. That's crazy. We not nobody's favorite. That's crazy.
Well, if we had viewers, that would be maybe someone's favorite. Seems that we speak into the void. It might be somebody's favorite. Somebody that we may have long and lost long ago when we were posting stuff as Audible on other platforms and whatnot. But now that we've become a niche, video only, but we now have thumbnails.
We have
Podcast.
thumbnails.
This week's thumbnail looking pretty nice.
What's it called?
What is what called? The podcast?
Nah.
We've been doing it for 2 years. Oh man. What is it called? It's called a YouTube thumbnail.
Now I was about to say something.
That's eventful.
Uh,
Well, how's your week been there, dude? How's your week been?
It's been cool. I got inventory coming up for Home Depot and Endless on Monday and Tuesday. Funny enough, they're
Oh, look at that. Dude. Look at that. Your fucking schedule's linking up. Like two women on the job site.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't think too hard to it there, bud.
Yeah, no.
Maybe they're owned by the same Fortune 500 company. They're not. Home Depot's public.
Randy Moss is no longer. He's a cancer person. He's a cancer survivor. He had surgery today. He still has some chemo and radiation, but yeah. Shout out Randy Moss.
Shout out Randy Moss. Can we get? Is there a clapping thing on here?
Who cares? It's not all that. Niggas die every
That's
day.
bullshit. That's something that StreamYard needs to add.
Speaking
We had
of
like little
niggas dying every day. OG Mako, you remember him? Bitch, you guessed it.
Yes.
Yeah, that nigga shot himself in the head last night. So he is in critical condition ICU. Prayers up to him if you care about him. I didn't know who he was. I heard the name, forgot everything. I was like, oh, it's the song you guessed.
Prayers out to his family.
So then I listened to the song. You guessed it. Boy, see why he shot himself in the skull. If I made that shit, I'd be one embarrassed and want to kill myself. That song was fucking terrible.
Who's the fat dude now that's that does all the fucking the fat rapper? Snoop Dogg called him out for not putting down a couple lean. He's like 600 pounds. He only does
who you're talking about, but I don't know.
Always wearing a purple suit.
I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his name for the life of me. It's how uncultured swine I am.
Fucking bum.
Because he's 600 pounds and sits on a
couch.
Dave
Blunt.
Dave Blunt, that's right. Yeah, I was blanking on the name heavy.
I've never heard anything good from him.
Apparently he's pretty popular.
He's popular because how fat he is.
Do you think if he loses all the weight like Lizzo, people aren't gonna listen to him no more?
People are only even paying attention to him.
You think people are buying tickets to his show just to see if he's gonna die on a couch?
I don't think people are buying tickets to his shows.
Well, people are going to it. He sells it. I don't know if he sells out.
I've seen him at like fucking what's it called? Festivals.
What am I looking for? What's his name again?
Dave Blunt's concert. Solo concerts.
Speaking of like random concerts, though, I was looking up. There's tickets to a LA show, $55 a piece. But I was looking up System of a Down tickets. I
Or
was like,
what?
see if like how much their tickets were.
To go see him?
Yeah, I would love to go see System of a Down one time.
For what?
Listen to the music. That's why people go to concerts, Jay. You know, I know you'd be over on your high horse over be like, I can stream music and I can listen to it on vinyl and stuff like that. But sometimes you want to be disappointed by the
Oh,
music
talk about fucking
that
what
is
I would love for
that you remember.
fucking
So, but then I was very distraught that the fact that the tickets were like in the general admission standing area. It was like $210 a piece. I was like, oh.
for System
And
of a Down.
just moving down in Corn, and it's in New York at the
Oh, okay. It's a real band, and you got System opening.
No, it's Systems tour. It's Systems show.
I'm sure it's not. But
So it is. You can look it up.
I'm sure, yeah, if you use their
I would
link.
like to go see that. There's another band, Polyphia, that I'd like to go see.
We are.
Not for $210. So
The
that's
youth
not
of the
even the
nation,
same people.
we are youth of the nation.
Oh
Shit.
man.
They perform that, let me know. You gotta record that. So.
You're like that meme of like people going to go see Taylor Swift, like random shows and being like, I hope she plays like 1986. And they're like, this is a Guar concert. They're completely different.
You know, I will say, I wanted to go to a Taylor Swift concert very badly. But then
Did you?
I just, yeah. 100%.
Gotta be out there jamming out.
Big Taylor Swift fan. But
Peace Whistle is the shit. Her shows seemed like they're insane.
seem incredible. But I see the video of these two girls going to like the Eras tour finale or whatever, and like this girl's all dressed up in some outfit, I guess, from one of Taylor Swift's other tours, because that's the whole thing, dress up as one of the prior tours. So like she was like in the thing, and like she sees another girl dressed up in some costume, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love that hair! Oh god!" I love... So like they're fangirling out with each other's costume or whatever, and then it's like her in the venue, and you like fucking Taylor's doing her thing, and she's oh god, whatever, and like she pans to the crowd, and like she's just in a sea of just young white bitches all, and I was like, oh, I would be in that crowd. And there would just be mad white bitches, young, just screaming at the top of their lungs, get dressed in fucking glitter like fairies. Oh, I'd have the worst fucking time at a Taylor Swift concert right now. But now let me go to a Taylor Swift concert like 10, 15 years from now, when everybody's all grown the fuck up and those little fucking teeny boppers that are screaming are like,
There's gonna be new teeny boppers, and they're still gonna be doing the same thing.
Nah.
Either that or the older ones are still gonna be doing the same
That's
thing.
Fine. No, because you grow up. You grow up. Like you don't do the fangirling out thing once you've seen her fucking. Like I'm talking like 10, 15 years from now.
Bro, Taylor's been like a big thing for tours for like a while now.
Right, but she didn't start like that, and she's not going to end like that. So what I'm saying is 15 years from now.
I don't know, man. Usher shows be crazy. Maybe the women in there be going insane.
Usher, listen, hey, hold on. Stop it. Now, listen. Look what Usher used to do as far as a concert, and now look at what Usher's doing right now, which is a venue,
I just seen him
resident.
a cherry into some lady's face, and he's like, hell no. He's
doing a residency in Vegas. He's not doing fucking arenas.
He just finished a tour before he started that residency, like at the beginning of the year.
He's been on a 2 year residency so far.
It's been that long.
Yes.
Or no, is he on it in the 2-year residency, but he's been there for 2 years?
Yeah, like he's been in Vegas doing this thing for like 2 years now.
I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, don't believe me on time. I don't believe in time. So if I say it's 2, it very well could be fucking 6 months. But no, because when did he do the Super Bowl? When was the Super Bowl in Vegas?
February.
That was last Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think so. He did it right. That was the end, I think, of his tour. Stop there. Or like a week or two before, because I remember it being talked about.
I thought he only not only got the Super Bowl. I thought he got the Super Bowl performance because he was already doing a residency in Vegas. Like, I just remember listening to the Joe Budden podcast and like them talking about it. Like kind of talking about it. I don't know. But either way, I'm sure ain't doing fucking what he used to do as far as tours. All right.
He just finished a tour.
Okay.
Actually, I think he's on a tour right now. Usher's Past, Present, Future tour is on his first solo tour, headline tour in a decade. The tour began on August 20th, 2024 in Washington and will conclude on May 7th, 2025 in London.
Okay. So he just went on tour.
In August.
Yeah, so he just went on tour.
Yeah, I think this is actually following. I think he was in a residency in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, this tour will follow his 2023 residency at Park MGM.
Okay. Yeah.
There it was. So actually, he's on tour right now, and he's got bitches licking cherries and shit. And he's like,
but all right. To my point, though. To my point, he only doing that because of the residency.
The tour?
Yeah, nobody gave a fuck about Usher. The reason you do residencies is because niggas don't give a fuck about you. And you just yeah. Mike Tyson was out here doing residencies in fucking Vegas for fucking peanuts. Like it's not a good thing. So then he did these fucking residencies and he was doing this crazy shit, walking through the crowds, doing sexy shit, pulling bitches up.
Wait, are you trying to argue that Taylor Swift is going to be doing a residency in like 15 years?
Oh, but no. So that residency got Usher popular. That performance, that whole thing of him pulling niggas, bitches, and what like that's a thing. So now, yeah, I'm gonna go on tour. Like I'm hot again. Bitches loved it. But nigga, he wasn't doing this fucking 3 years ago. Like, nobody cared about Usher. What I'm saying is,
I'm pretty sure Usher's been doing the crowd thing for like.
He wasn't doing this. This went viral, and this is what people expect when they go see the Usher show now. This little segment where he walks through the crowd and like that's a thing that people expect. That wasn't expected.
What is up with that? What is up with like what are like now? I think that has caused a big problem in the hip hop and R&B like live show problem. Because you remember when the one dude brought his chick to this concert and then the Jamaican bull brought the chick up stage behind the curtain and she was jumping all up on him and shit like that. So why is this like why are people following Usher and bringing people up on stage and doing some wild freak body shit?
Well, I mean, Nicki Minaj was bringing dudes on stage and fucking jerking off on them, fucking
twerking on them,
and doing the lap dances. There we go, doing all that. So like you do that's a thing. Is to stage is crowd interaction. It's just. My girl should have respect for the relationship and be like, nah, I'm good, my nigga. Move on to the next one. Pick one of the either unloyal bitches or one of these single bitches. But so your girl going up,
there's bitches out here though. I mean,
you already know what it is.
That is a wild.
You already know what it is. Like the Chris Brown.
Test.
Like you see the Chris Brown meet and greet pictures. He out here, girls throwing their leg up. He out here holding ass cheeks and kissing. My nigga.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
go to the meet and greet
in this day and age,
and it should just be a nice little arm around. Yo, give me a nice little respectful joint. Cool, a handshake.
Yeah, but those are grown people. We don't live in an age of grown people anymore.
bending over and he like this behind you. Hey, don't
We
even worry
live
about
now
it.
in an age of complete and utter, no matter what the age is, it's just total children. Everybody is just a bunch of children
That's a
just
fact.
flying around. If you got money, and like we've rewarded that mindset. So with social media and TikTok and viral moments and like making like it's crazy to think about, but I think like it kind of started with like radio with like the shock jockeys, like back when like Howard Stern and stuff would bring on like crazy like the crazy porn stars, and they'd be like fucking blasting themselves with dildos and shit like that. And then you'd also bring on like fucked up looking people, and then make them do weird shit or like make somebody eat like vomit or something like that on like Preston and Steve. Or no, it was Opie and Anthony that was doing crazy shit like that too. We reward like shitty stuff, and it's only gotten worse with like streamers and like more with like Twitter being able to be monetized by views. So, but yeah, it's a wild time that we live in now, where like you're going to be rewarded by your absolutely. You're only going to get like 15 minutes of fame, but it can lead to like you could be the Hawk Tuah girl or like that Bobby Annie Offie chick. You just get you're a flash in the pan, but you get a whole fuck ton of money.
Bobby's still rocking.
Bobby's not doing shit.
Oh, she is. She just did a podcast.
Did she?
Yes.
I just
I thought the same
that was
thing.
the
I thought she
rising
wasn't
falls
doing
of her.
shit either. But she had just did one. Yeah, with the girl Sukiyana.
That was
A month
I might
ago.
be thinking of something else.
She's done a couple with Sukiyana. She did one with Tootsie a month ago before that. She's still doing her thing. Still getting decent views. 500,000, 200,000, 500,000. Sean O'Malley 2 months ago.
Good for her. For being completely a boring ass lady who's just made a career. I mean, the same thing can be said about the Hawk Tuah girl.
JoJo Siwa.
Ugh.
Yeah, that
Not the real press, not the real press, optimal guests there. Talking about, I guess, when you had like Mark Cuban and Drake.
Santino. Her first
what is her podcast called? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't really need to know it.
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
So, but all right, let's get into the thing that people care about. Let's get to our picks of the week before we forget about it. Football time. I really wish that we had like a soundboard. There needs to be a soundboard implemented.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Segments and stuff.
Something like that. Yeah, like a little like overlay swap. Like that'd be pretty cool. All right. Well, to recap, as of it is now week 15. From week 14, we both went 2-1. Extra hit. So the extras at 6-1. Bills lost it for you last week to a game of the game of the Rams. And then Titans lost to the Jags. Which is absolute travesty for the Titans. But who you got this week there, bud?
Oh, let's see. Who do we have this week? What is happening with? I don't know why this is happening. All right, well, something's happening with that. Okay. Nope.
We'll say that last week's Eagles game did make me some hit. I actually hit a same game parlay during that game. Won me a nice couple dollars.
can't use my little scrolly thing on my mouse.
Parlay builders.
That sucks. All right. Anyway.
Also, none of this is a recommendation. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800.
Yeah, call them.
I actually saw a video and somebody was like calling them because their parlay lost by one leg. He was like, "Bro, my parlays keep losing by one leg." And the bull was like, "Well, stop betting parlays. Just bet straight up." Which is 100% true. Like, if you're trying to like actually make money sports gambling, I mean, anytime that you're doing any type of gambling at all, you should be 100% doing it with money that you intentionally plan to lose.
Yeah, like your 401k money.
Yeah, if you're trying to ride this into the sunset, then I mean, you might as well do crypto or stocks and like
You know what you
obscure
could do?
stocks like Castor Maritime. You can put it all into there.
It's not obscure.
It is 100% obscure, but
It is soon going to be the #1 shipping company, or at least maybe not #1. That might be a little.
do you listen to like their earnings calls at all either? I know. Do you listen to anything?
I'm a silent. I'm a silent investor.
You're also a deaf investor.
What's that mean?
You don't listen to anything.
Yeah, because I'm silent. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I'm a silent investor. Y'all go ahead. I'm just gonna give y'all money, and whatever y'all do, y'all do. Hopefully, when I check back, it's green. That's it. Nothing crazy. You know, it's like being
Well,
an
if
owner
you're,
of the
are you gonna
back.
take much longer, or we ready to go? Would you pick?
Oh, I thought I started giving you picks. No.
No.
All right.
This is why this podcast is brought to you by Buds and Brews.
But yes. Let me get the Ravens over the Giants.
You want that cool 16.5 points?
No, that is fucking insane, and I should take the Giants, but just give me the Ravens.
Your money line, you're at minus 1,600.
Jesus fuck. What would it be if I go?
If you take the money line on the Giants, it's plus $900. You make 100 into 900. None of this is a recommendation. Do not do any of this.
Oh no. I mean, if I just go
If you check the
Giants
points.
for points.
Giants for points, you're minus 120. So you win 80. Right? I think that's right. Yeah, 80. 83-33.
This card might not be making money, but yeah, let me stick with that for right now. Cowboys, Panthers. Who did the Cowboys just lose to?
Cincinnati.
No, not the
They
Cowboys.
lost to the Bengals.
Yes,
they did.
Cincinnati. I thought you said Kansas City.
Don't be drunk, kids. Don't be drunk.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just gonna start doing mushrooms and coming on here and be like, I don't even know what bugs the press.
My friend, my friend has some. Give me Eagles. No, you shit. Give me Eagles.
Eagles money. They are favored.
I know they are favored. Yeah, give me Eagles money. I told you this card ain't making jack. I don't like the Steelers though.
Third and final bet of the week.
Dog, you already know. Give me Jets over Jaguars.
Jets. What is that point spread? You want money or you want the points?
I want.
I don't know what you're saying. What I'm saying here is 3.5.
I got 3.
Jets
Either
given
way,
3.5.
just give me the Jets. What are we looking? How minus are we?
We are looking at a 3-leg parlay at a plus 137.
Oh, that's fine.
So $100, you win $137.
That's a
Not bad.
good card. Look at me
I
go.
mean, being positive money, it's the
It's the right way to go.
with just the Eagles and Jets on this parlay, it would be 123.
Yeah, that's nothing. Give me that surefire win also with that Ravens.
You get that extra cool what was that 14? You get an extra
Bro, there's
$14.
something. Oh, I gotta download Prize Picks. You gotta download Prize Picks.
Not unless they're sponsoring us.
Nobody's sponsoring us right now, but
Oh yeah, not right now.
I'm just telling you, if you want
Why?
to
For the matching? Or like we'll give you $300 if you download our app.
oh, I don't know anything about that, but I just know if you use the JBP promo, you get like $50 or some shit, just for like using that promo code without putting any money in. So I'm like,
There
oh,
we go.
cool, free
Support the Joe
$50.
Budden podcast. There's all right.
Yeah, shout out other black creators. But he don't need no shout outs. Fuck that nigga.
This week, I'm going to take Cards. Cardinals over the Patriots.
That's a bad pick. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Patriots. You see that boy Mac Jones play?
The Patriots are terrible.
Mac Jones not bad.
Hmm.
What's his name? Who the white boy is not Mac Jones. Drake May.
Hmm.
Nah, I like the Cardinals. That was a good pick.
Let's see. I'm going to take the Chargers over the Bucks
Bucks.
for the money.
That's impressive.
I'm going to take I definitely am going to be doing some same game Johns for the Buffalo Bills Lions game. I think that's going to be a good game. Detroit just keeps winning, even though their defense is absolutely so fucking hurt.
Yeah, but they be putting up points.
I'm going to take the Bengals over the Titans. And then Just thinking about. Oh, for my extra, I'm taking those points for the Giants.
Okay.
Just because it absolutely means nothing, and I would just, it's just so many points, so many points. So, oh,
Shit.
there we go. But
Nah, I'm still.
but bro, what is going on with these drones, dog?
I think it became a news thing, and then I think everybody was like, "Ooh, I have a drone. I'll go outside and troll." So now there's more drones in the sky.
I don't think these aren't like normal size, like little people's drones, dog.
Dog, we
And
talking
there's a
about
lot of them, and they're pretty big, dog.
some of them are big, but I'm talking about the ones that we were seeing. Like I don't know if you've seen them, but my ring was just going off all night tonight with yo, there's drones here, yo, there's drones, and it's
The
just
neighborhood,
videos.
John.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing videos of these people just pull like they just look like drones. I don't I don't know. I don't know what people want.
I mean, I do find it very
Like the
strange.
big fucking ones, sure, maybe. But like these other small ones, I think it's just everybody else out here trolling. Or they got their own drone out here trying to fucking look for these other drones that are suspicious. Everybody's now a fucking
You think everybody's running to the Costco and Target, grabbing their
yes.
Christmas drones and
Honestly,
flying them
yes.
around?
Or the ones that have already had the drones that
They're
they're
like,
like, I want to
yo,
be.
the news says, yo, they're over in Jersey. We're gonna bring them over here to PA too. I don't know if I don't think I've seen anything about them over like anywhere else.
You know what I will say? It makes me think it's more even. This is man made. Well, it's not man-made, but
Our man, because they're drones.
no, but well, some people are saying these are alien drones. But what I mean, like man made, like coordinated, done, is Jersey yesterday, 2 days ago, state of emergency. Nobody putting no fucking drones in the air. There's a drone in the air. It's up. Next thing you know, Pennsylvania. Yo, we have drones. Oh, crazy. So that Jersey puts out a state of emergency, no drones, and the aliens say fuck it and let's go to Pennsylvania now. Like, this is clearly just a human thing. So what the fuck do we care? Why do we care that fucking some little tech group kids from fucking Pencrest or whatever got together, built a drone, and now put it in the sky?
Well, the one problem is that supposedly, apparently, I don't know where this news came from, is that there's some Iranian drone mothership that had been spotted departing an airport in like last month or so, and now supposedly it's off the coast of New Jersey. So there's been reports that, or people are thinking that it's them, that it's that China sold a bunch of drones, big ass drones to Iran, and now is
As of 12 hours ago, the Pentagon shot down the Iranian mothership.
Oh, that's crazy because a few hours ago they were claiming there was no Iranian mothership at all. From I
This is
believe
what
a press
MS.
release today.
Well, this is what the article is saying. Article title: Pentagon shoots down Iranian "quote unquote" mothership claim amid drone mystery. The government's not saying that they're calling it a mothership.
Oh,
They're
it's just some random.
They're just saying we shot down this fucking drone off the East Coast that everybody's calling a mothership.
I just find it. I did look out my window once Tim was like, "Yo, what's up with all these drones?" And I did see like a bunch of them just flying around, but like they were on like certain courses. It wasn't like they were just sporadically flying around. Like it did seem like there were ones that were going on set flight paths, but and then I just saw all the conspiracies of people being like, "Yo, I just checked with the air traffic control with the FAA. Dog, there's no flights. There's no flights around. These these are drones. We don't know who these are." I mean, granted, at the time, also, I was like, when I was originally hearing these posts about the drones, I was like, how is nobody just shooting these drones? Because when I did first think about it, like when people were like, "Yo, there's drones flying around," I honestly, I just imagined like those bum videos with drones, where like you never seen them on YouTube,
No.
where like some bull will literally just fly like a little drone like into like a bum's like encampment, like his tent area. And then like the bull comes out and then he like flies it up high. And then bull would start like throwing fucking bottles and shit up in the air trying to get it to go away.
That's wild.
So I thought that's what we were talking about. But then I saw reports that these Johns were like fucking the size of SUVs and like size of pickup trucks. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So then I looked out the window today and I seen just a bunch of these things flying around. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? So I do find it very strange that it's like we're like nobody seems to know what they are, but we're also being like super slow to react to any of this too. Like if you just have random drones flying in your airspace, like there's no need to be worried. Like where's your national security at? Like what the fuck? I mean, granted, I guess with Bidonia still sitting there, it's still open range for everybody else. So
Wait. All right. I'm so confused.
oh man.
So this
What?
mothership is actually a ship.
Yeah, like a boat.
Yeah. So when they say they shot down a drone, then that's not this mothership that everybody's talking about. This is
Well, I've
mothership.
seen a lot of people putting down like just random shit. Like I saw somebody put up a video of like somebody crashed like a personal plane, like on in between, like in the median, like you know that grassy area in between 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a plane had crashed into one of those. It was a very small plane, so like, and the wings were like ripped off of it. So I could see how people would be like kind of confused. But they had the highway kind of
Yeah.
shut down and had cops all around it, and it was like kind of by an overpass. So some bull was like driving by, and it's like from an overpass, and was taking video of it. They were like, "Oh, they got one of the drones, dog! Oh, they got one." So, but community notes like that was like,
Idiot.
"Yeah, that's not that. That's just a personal aircraft." Like, I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of them that are just personal aircrafts, and people are like freaking out. They're like, "Oh, I'm seeing lights in the sky.
Yes.
It's flashing, dog." Like, I don't understand why anyone would have like. I don't know why if you were some sort of like if it was an ill intent kind of operation. I don't know why you'd be having all these lights on it.
Right.
That doesn't seem like that's not a very stealthy mission. Just a bunch of people walking, just be like, "Oh, you see that?" Well, I'm pretty sure you don't want that, but it does seem very weird that no one's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's us." Hopefully, nothing
Seems
bad comes from it.
it's just some fucking people.
Could be Google, could be Amazon, could be Domino's trying to figure out a new way to deliver pizzas. So, but I was thinking about it. I was like, "Damn, bro, the future's gonna be lit if this is what it's gonna be like. This is gonna be drones flying all around, delivering all types of shit."
Well, you see, China 2030, they trying to have 100,000 of them bitches in the sky.
Yeah, flying cars.
Go.
China's trying to have 100,000 flying cars in the air by 2030. Do you think that's you? Do you think that like that's how they want to travel? Like that's how they want to move their civilians. Like I do believe that like for 100,000 in a place where there's a billion people, obviously that 100,000 is just going to be complete upper echelon of people. But it's like when you first sent it to me, I was like, bro, they can't drive as it is.
Yeah,
wanna
but
put 'em
this
in the air,
isn't
dog?
driving.
This is flying.
So they can't drive, but they're all ace pilots.
I mean, you don't hear about any planes crashing in Asia, really.
Bro, I see nothing but videos of their Chinese space program just dropping fucking rockets out of the sky all the time.
Dropping what? Italians?
No, rockets.
Oh,
Like they'll have like the booster Johns. They
that's
don't have
different.
ocean to drop the pods, and they'll just drop them on villages and shit, blow them up. And apparently, there's like 15 space companies in China, all
But it's
racing
all
to
one.
fucking. Well,
all
yeah,
one.
it's all the CPC. But still, it's just you just got every other day. You just got a rocket booster dropping on talking on some fucking town
But
of
that's
rice
different
farmers.
than that's being an astronaut. We're talking about just being a pilot. So, like, I'm just a commercial airliner. You don't hear about Chinese Beijing.
We don't
Not
hear
airline.
anything that China be doing unless China tells us to. They don't give us their
My nigga, you would
accident
hear-
reports, dog.
You would hear about a plane, a fucking commercial jet falling out of the sky from China. It wouldn't
I
just be
don't
Chinese.
think so.
It wouldn't just be Chinese people on it. People go to China from other countries. So it's not just a Chinese cover up thing. Oh, well, Chinese people were on it. No, there was going to be Americans.
Yeah, but those
Dutch,
aren't Chinese planes. That's Spirit Airlines, dog.
But the pilot is an Asian man.
No. No, they're definitely like Indian. But they could all. You could be right. They could all be ace pilots,
I'm not saying
or
they're
they could
ace,
have.
I'm
They
just
could have
saying you don't
just
hear
be
about it.
programming them into being robot cars, like Elon's self-driving whip that he got picked up in the other day. That is anyone ever going to call him out on that fucking Tesla Roadster
No, I mean,
that
I
he
think
planned before the Cybertruck, and now we have Cybertrucks, but we got no Tesla Roadsters.
Hey, man.
We got one in space with a robot in it. We got a body of one in space. But ain't nobody who paid that $50 or actually I think the deposit was a lot more than that. I do find it funny that it's just like, yeah, Elon. I'm sure there was probably refunds and shit. Maybe, probably not.
I think he made a couple.
If he did, they're very like niche and hidden. I don't see
You
him
think
out of
about Elon, like he's just a rich kid with fucking autism and ADD. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna make this roaster. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna put a fucking chip in people's brains. Like,
I think all of these things work together. I think he's just trying to
so.
get. I think he wants to like make the chip in the brain control the car, and then he gets sidetracked by playing like Diablo 4 for a little while, and then he just hops on Twitter, starts making some wild tweets.
Now he's gonna be in public office for the next 4 years. So he definitely
Yeah, now he's like looking at fucking the government's books. I mean, like, yo, why are we paying like 30,000 people with the DMV to fucking look at bubbled forms? Something like that.
All right, so this doesn't give me a time frame, but Chinese airplanes have been involved in 22 accidents. It resulted in 612 people dead.
No, that's a fucking toss in the bucket for China, dude.
The most, I don't know if it's the most recent one, but the most notable one is when this plane lost power and
Shitty faulty wiring. It was like, oh shit.
Well, yeah, it caught fire while after it lost power, it caught fire and then crashed, and all 108 people died. It's rough.
Yeah, but like a 747 holds a lot more people. Well, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how many people be flying on planes. Or like be on. I think like Airbuses and shit like that, like Boeing 747s, are like close to 300 people. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a plane expert.
You said 300?
I think so.
A 737?
747.
Oh.
I don't know what the difference really is. I don't really keep up on Boeing's planes. I don't mark them, which is
Well-
crazy because we live down the street from you. Like our stones throw from them.
A 737 crashed in China and 132 people died.
How many people were on that Malaysian airline? You remember that
Yeah.
when the fucking plane just went missing around the sea? They could never find anything. Actually, I think they ended up finding the black box.
I don't know.
I don't remember what happened with that. I think something like they said it crashed on like an island. They apparently found like some fuselage or some shit like that.
I don't know, bud.
Well, I know you don't really pay attention to the game and stuff, but there was a couple cool things that were announced yesterday.
What?
So it was a Game Awards yesterday. So Elden Ring did not win Game of the Year as a DLC, which is sad. But Elden Ring did announce that they're making a survival co-op, like standalone game, kind of. So it's like an addition, I think. I think it's a DLC to Elden Ring, where you can play with your buds, and you fight in this like.
I can already play with my buds, can I?
Yeah, but I think you can only play with like one person or two. You can play like a couple people, but I don't know. This is like a standalone co-op mode that you're gonna be like, I think, constantly fighting bosses.
Okay.
So
That's different.
looked pretty cool. And so that was pretty cool. And then Helldivers dropped their update, which was absolutely pretty sick.
Apex dropped their update.
Yesterday?
I don't know. There's something happening.
Well, if it did, then I didn't hear anything about
There's
that.
some event happening in Apex.
And some new games were announced that looked pretty cool.
When's that one game? King's Legend.
I don't think that's coming out for a little while.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. When is that supposed to come out? I'm sure it's on Steam.
I think it's in my Steam.
And then a PlayStation game won Game of the Year, which was wild. That
What
nobody's
game?
ever heard of.
Game.
Called Astrobot.
Oh,
I
I
looked
heard
at
that.
gameplay about it, and it looks all right. But I find it very strange that the Game of the Year would be. I mean, granted, your options were a DLC, a card game, Black Myth Wukong, and Final Fantasy.
Black King Wukong should have won.
That's what I would have thought. But I know that, like, the way that this shit is ran is that, like, they have people vote, right? They say, like, hey, vote for who you want for the The people's vote only counts for, like, 8% of the score. And then, like, the other 90% of it is, like, these random entities. Like, they have, like, IGN or, like, some weird brands that are probably owned by BlackRock.
Shout
They
out
do.
BlackRock.
They do
Shout
the
out
actual scoring
Vanguard.
or the
Shout out
picking of
Fidelity.
they do the actual choosing of the Game of the Year.
Definitely.
So, and it
Showing.
was also heavily sponsored by Sony too this year. So no surprise that the Sony only game won Game of the Year. Who's also apparently being sued by Nintendo. I think like that.
Right.
I think it has something to do with the way that the game looks. I think it kind of looks something like Mario.
Yeah.
Oh no, Nintendo is very, very anal about the way that they're. If anybody even remotely looks like Nintendo stuff, they're like first ones to hop on it. Like they don't like people playing their games or like showing off that people play their games. They like people playing their games on their bullshit systems. And they do make great IPs. Like Mario's sick, Zelda sick. But like they're like, oh, you're streaming it? Nah, hell no, dog. I'm shutting that shit down. You want to have a tournament of like Super Smash Brothers? No. Shut that shit right down. No. Which is crazy because you think that like your game has been around forever.
Right.
You think you'd want people to like, teach newer generations, be like, oh, this game, it's old, but it's still sick. And they're like, nah, dog. No. Don't be trying to win prizes with our game. No.
These are so expensive. I'm on Steam looking at my wish list. Games that came out 2 years ago are still $60.
Yeah. It's shitty. It's pretty shitty. And a lot of them you're going to play like one time and be like, this is ass.
Yeah.
So, like I got Ghost of Tsushima on my computer that I bought like 2 weeks ago. And I have yet to even boot the game up.
I would buy Frostpunk too. I didn't know this came out. That's exciting. It's actually very exciting.
Oh, there's a new Turok game coming out. Did you ever play Turok as a young buck?
That's the thing with dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, you're like a native bull.
Yeah, it gave me nightmares, so no.
I can see it, but
Ghost I'm on there like we have it.
trying to think. Yeah, the only really notable things was like there was a Turok game coming out. Elden Ring has this new. I think they said it's gonna be its own game. I don't really know how this is gonna work. Yeah, it's a standalone adventure with the Elden Ring universe, crafted to bring a new gaming experience. Join forces with other players to take on the creeping night and the dangers within. So
There you
they
go.
have some weird setup, but they have like returning bosses from like all the old Dark Souls games going back into this. It looks pretty cool. You can go back and go get my ass kicked by the Nameless King again.
I never played any of that, so couldn't tell you.
Cyberpunk got a big ass update yesterday.
Another one?
Yeah, which was like surprising because like nobody knew anything about any update. It's mostly like a lot of cosmetic shit for your character now for changing your character up. But apparently you can now like change skins on cars like with the touch of a button. They added new cars, added some new instances that happen around the map. Like if you ever saw like someone just getting robbed in the street or something like that, it would lead to like some weird story. Last of Us 2. There's a battle royale thieves game. That's all about stealth. It's coming out. There's a game about cats. You can be a fluffy cat. And,
already had that game.
you had cats.
Yeah.
Well, now this is Catly.
I don't know what that is.
It's just been announced. So
Is it
put it on your wish
cool?
list, boss. The graphics look crazy. Super crazy, fuzzy cats. But
What was the game name of the game that I had. It wasn't Cats. What was it? Where do I find all my games?
Borderlands 4 was announced.
Oh, the game I played was called Stray.
Yeah, Stray. That's the cat game that you can run around. Yeah, Borderlands 4 dropped a trailer. The Witcher 4 game is coming out, which is why everybody was surprised about Cyberpunk, because CD Projekt dropped something about what's it called? They just dropped this trailer about The Witcher. I was like, yeah. Didn't think y'all were playing this anymore. But Helldivers won best ongoing game or best multiplayer game.
Yeah, no Apex.
No. Apex won awards back in the day. It's on what, season
I like
20?
it now.
Oh, just because you hop back in it and everything's new to you still. Oh, what do you think about the Jay-Z shit? Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah, we did. He's off. He's good.
Do you see there was a video that 50 put up of him watching Will Smith do a performance? Because apparently Will Smith's doing like rap shows
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
He's on like a little tour. So he broke down his little monologue during one of the videos. He said, "Yo, social media and everything's got people making up narratives and shit like that." And he said, I don't have nothing to do with fucking Puff." So then 50 was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start listening to Will." I thought it was I just think
That's
anything
wild.
that 50 puts up is always
Yeah, I
hilarious,
like it.
man. 50 is
do-
the fucking king of comedy, man. He
I
is
do
a fucking
like 50. No, though, as much as a troll 50 is, 50 like when the Jay-Z thing happened last week, like he put up
he's the first one on it, dude.
nah, but like he put up some funny shit, but it wasn't like how he came at Diddy. It was
Nah, yeah,
it was,
no.
it was some light shit because he know that he got money. And come to find out, just give it literally 7 days later.
I do also find it like it's
he's
very
exonerated.
I find it very like very funny in the way that like 50 words his shit when he does it too. Like
Yeah,
when he
a
did
rapper.
came at Hove, he said that Jay said that they said that I'm raping people, that I raped somebody, and something else. Said everybody get dressed. We're gonna go see Mufasa. So I just find it like I just find the way that he words things to be like it doesn't seem like confrontational or like it just comes off very funny and lighthearted versus the like knowing where to step on the gas and step on the brakes certain situations. I
Oh
just
yeah,
find
because
it
Hove would have sued 50 to death.
now I've been seeing a whole bunch of people making fun of Jay's mustache.
Yeah,
That was very funny as well.
no, that is
Very
definitely
disrespectful
funny.
just to fuck with a man's mustache like that. But also, if your mustache looks crazy, you should probably just shave that shit.
Give it up. But I mean,
Give it up. But I mean, I do understand that the look with the mustache with the beard looks. Well, I don't even think Jay has a beard, does he? He's got like a
no,
little.
but you think though Jay never had a mustache. So if he gonna grow one, yeah, there's gonna be a time where it look a little raggedy. Like the niggas never had a mustache his whole fucking come up.
So allegations come out, and you're like, "Oh, now's the time."
No, them pictures are from years ago.
He's had a mustache for a minute, right?
Yeah, that was from when like he had his hair up like this. That was like 2 years ago.
I don't know, man.
I don't even know if he got a mustache now. I just know that just was old.
This man's mustache looks the exact same now as it did. When is this photo from? I don't have dates for these pictures. Either way, the mustache got to go, dog. Just don't keep the mustache. That shit's trash.
What weirdos?
He had a mustache when he was a young bull.
What weirdos is fucking zooming in on a nigga lip hair, dog?
Dog, as soon as someone goes popping off on some wild shit, they're gonna try and pull you down by every strand.
That's wild.
Just what happens, dog. The internet will find any sort of way to possibly tear people down. That's where we're at. So but by that, I think that we have done this as a good service. So
yeah, I'm tired.
We will see y'all people next week, maybe. Who knows?
Fun.
And put y'all bets in. Maybe
Hell
we're gonna
yeah.
list on this week. Don't do parlays. None of this is financial advice or gambling advice. If you have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Call them.
So, but on that note, we will see you all next week. Thank you all. Peace.
We will see y'all hopefully.
I haven't heard this John in a minute. Where's that John at?
A little something. Go ahead, man. Break it down.
When you really break it down,
We're just two hunks and a Negro serving the Lord. We're just two hunks and a Negro singing our song.
You gone?
What?
Oh, I forgot to mention something though. Since you told me about the strange things with the Johnsons,
Yeah.
I have now been spreading that movie around like wild.
Yeah.
Dog,
You'll never answer my question in the chat.
What chat?
In the group chat. And I was like, yo, how would y'all feel about the reverse scenario?
Oh. I mean, I wouldn't ruin her fantasy.
Oh, all right. So you'd be down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd be able to contain myself to like let it continue though.
What do you mean?
I think I would then become the dominant force in that scenario after the initiation. And like a few actions.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? It's not like she's gonna flip me on my head and like hold me up out of my ankles.
But the idea is you just go.
I'm not yet. She
It's
ain't
not like
Thanos, dog.
but that's not how that shit like go. Like in the usual scenarios, like that motherfucker ain't trying to put up a real fight. It's you're not trying.
Yeah, like in a video or something. Like at any moment, I could end this
Sure, right.
because I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm a man.
So never mind. No, no, you couldn't. Okay.
But at the same time, I mean, like I would probably take it to my enjoyment of being like the initiation of the attack. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not about you.
Well, it has to be somewhat about me because there's no way you can just fucking noodle it. I mean, you could, but it's just not going to be enjoyable for either party at that point, dog.
No, but you know what I mean. Like
you're playing with a tic tac at that point, dog. What do you mean?
See, I guess I'm a wild bull. Like when you was telling me about the fucking book, I'm like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah, that did bring on the weird point that I saw that like as a random TikTok too. As like a girl was explaining, like was talking to her husband, and then he found it wild that she was reading smut like that because he was like, what, which is 100% is like at that level of like, and for context, she had looked up at her husband and said she was riding the handle of a knife that was plunged into a dead guy while also sucking another man's dick. And he was like, and you won't let me watch normal corn.
No.
Yeah. And it's just the crazy hypocrisy of
I don't think so.
if I can think that, as long as I'm not seeing it in the physical realm, it's totally cool that if I completely imagine the wildest and weirdest and kinkiest of things.
Yeah, because you know what? I was thinking about this, right? I had watched
That's like one of those loopholes of like cheating or whatever.
Nah. Because look, I had this thought last night. I was watching a movie, and it was two chicks. They had a fucking double-ended John, and one chick, the other chick gagging and all that other whatever. And I'm sitting and watching. I'm like,
Where were you watching this movie? On the hub?
on my phone.
Oh, okay. On the hub?
No,
Oh,
but when something like that.
because
But,
I've never seen this title on Netflix. I can tell you that.
oh yeah, no. This was for the purpose of
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
So, but then it got me to thinking about what you were saying with the John. I'm like, you know what? This is why people don't want to see this shit. Because like in the book, they can just say, "Oh, yo, she sucking a nigga dick." It's not, and yo, he put it down her throat and fucking gagging, she's vomiting, and like it's not all of that. Like you don't get any of that. And if you want that, you can imagine.
No, you can get a lot of that. There are very descriptive.
Sure, 100%, yes. But
They really got to paint the picture for the imagination. Which, in that case, if it is being that descript, where it's pretty much being that descript, there's no difference in that, in whether or not it's being performed as a play.
Because even then, when you read, oh, he's forcing his dick down her throat, like the visualization of watching a dude just forcibly fuck a throat versus still in your brain, like you got to create it so like you can. It's your definition of force at that point versus.
Well, then it really just comes down to how good is your imagination. If your imagination shit, then obviously you're not going to be able to picture that.
No,
versus what you're actually seeing.
But I'm saying you can picture it, but it's your definition of, oh, this is rough sex. All right, well, yeah, this is happening, but in your brain, this is that extent versus you visually seeing it. And it's like, well,
I can see where there could be the disconnect, but also at the same time, I could be like, you're not going to confuse the descriptive of like he forced himself upon me to being like a sensual scene of a couple in front of the fire on a bearskin rug.
You also don't get that in porn ever. You never get the fucking just love making.
Well, yeah, because actually there are there's girl stuff like that.
Yeah,
they have girl stuff, like girl oriented stuff like that.
Yeah. Now
you're not gonna see it on the hub, but yeah, they have websites that have all that.
No, but back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, you just had the 80s channel, which just had fucking bushy mustaches and bushy bushes and music playing in the background as they got it on in the woods.
It was softcore. Like softcore is probably the best you.
Unless you had, it was softcore. Like was the best you could get, unless you had one of those boxes.
No. I mean for a girl. I'm talking about for a girl.
Yeah, girls like softcore. Well, some girls like softcore until they get weird. They get like really deep into the erotic stuff, and they get like into the weird shit, like a knife riding the handle of a knife, while she also blows a guy. So,
I told my girl about that shit. She was like, "Oh, yeah, no, that is extreme." And I was like,
Yeah, I mean
"Really?"
that is definitely an extreme side to erotica novels, where that's where they get to. Like, there's a lot of fantasy shit too, of being
But
like,
I think I freaked her out because I was like, "Oh, really? You think that?" I was like, "Because I like when he told me that, I was like, I think that's fire." Other than the dick sucking part, like just visualizing that is fire.
yeah, you have issues.
And she, but
You need to talk to a
she
therapist.
was like, "Oh,
Because you realize there
okay."
has to be a dead person there in that
Yeah, so
in
what?
that scenario.
That's what part of that
Yeah,
makes it
you
fire.
need to go see a fucking.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that, like, you called me a psychopath last week because I was talking about like a dog attacking somebody and putting it down, and you're talking about a girl riding in the handle of a knife plunged into a dead guy. He might not even be fully dead. He might be still gurgling.
See, but my thing is like it's as fire as that is, like that is hot, but like it's not necessarily that in that way for my brain. It's more like entertaining, like holy shit, like that bitch is nuts type shit. Like the
So
girl
it's
Taylor,
the level of crazy.
yeah, like the girl
You're
Taylor Ship
attracted to the
business.
crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not even attractive. It's just like the general like Taylor Ship business. She killed her boyfriend while she was fucking him and cut his head off and then put it like that whole fucking crime of what happened. I'm like, yo, this chick is insane. But nothing about that story was I like, oh, that's funny.
Latina?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
It was like a hot.
But then that actually brings me to another point. Did you see this video? Well, not the video, but there was an interview of a girl that she's an OnlyFans chick that in 24 hours let 100 guys hit.
Yeah.
And then she was like all boohoo and playing victim. Which I'm sure it is.
I wouldn't say that.
Maybe it's the way I shouldn't put it that way, but like, well, also I should also mention she also has announced that she plans to do 1,000, supposedly.
Yes, I did see
1,000
that.
men in 24 hours.
This was the training.
Yeah,
part of the training for it.
But if you're planning on doing a video that's 10 times 10x what you just went through, and you went through emotional and most likely physical trauma, you plan to do it 10x now. You don't get to play victim then.
I don't think she was playing victim.
Like, and also like, yeah, I would have to see the analytics here on like the worth. And then like how do you choose, like how do the dudes choose on, is it like a whatever time you show up? Is it a first come first serve?
That's how it looks like. Did you watch it?
Did I watch the video?
Yeah.
Of the act?
No, it's a documentary.
No, I just saw the clips.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy.
I saw the clips of her being like, "Well," he's like, "Well, how did you feel?" And then she just starts kind of breaking down.
Yeah, no, he's with her the whole day.
Oh, you kind of feel like a prostitute.
He might even be with her the day prior, but he's definitely with her like that whole day, and then leading up to the event. He's there when dudes start coming in, and then they like her team kicks him out, him and his camera crew out, and then they're outside.
In the previews, no free previews.
And
got paid $15 a month.
well, no, like they were in like they were in a room, and like he was just in like the quote unquote waiting room with the guys, but like her crew was like, nah, I don't want you filming that. Like,
I think I've seen like a build up to this though, because I do remember seeing like a video of like two chicks and there was just dudes lined up outside the hall, like, and it was a lot.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't know if that's actually connected or not, but
no.
It does seem like if this is now the shock value that we're going for in 2024.
Well, hold on. Now, to be fair, well, to be fair, this wouldn't have been a thing if Homeboy didn't fucking put this out, like she was gonna do this regardless whether he, you know what I mean? So like, this wasn't for the shock value. She's just a whore.
Yeah,
And
but
then this
like
went
as a businesswoman, you have to like weigh the odds and ends and be like, oh well, I mean, if it catches, then
right. If
all
this
publicity is good publicity
But
in
if
this day and age.
this very well could have went nowhere. You are not the first chick to be fucking 100 dudes
In one day?
You're not the first, dog. You might be the first to fucking count it, like do it like a fucking straight train. But I'm sure there's some hookers out here that are like, girl, I don't
Yeah, true.
200 dicks in
Yeah.
a day. You ain't doing shit, girl. So like,
Oh, I'm sure they are pissed to see her fucking crocodile tears. She's like, bitch, that's a fucking Tuesday for me.
I don't know. And I think the second time, like as she gets more into it, she'll learn like different things. Because like the way this one said it was like done, it would just literally seem like 100 fans from her only
Shut
fans.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hey, just y'all come.
Which
There's-
that is absolutely insane.
There's
In
protection.
today's age, yeah, of like getting tested and stuff like that, that seems like a wild way to go about it. So
Well, she said there was
But, I mean-
protection, and like I said, she had a team there, so it was like security wise, like there wasn't.
that's not gonna do shit unless I'm like, I mean, a condom's only gonna do so much. So I mean, some things can happen. So
Sure.
I mean, you're just doing something that's playing with your life. You know,
Oh yeah,
herpes
duh.
is forever. AIDS is forever. Well, forever for you, to a point.
I
Unless you
think
got magic
it's,
money.
she'll like vet the guys better because like from like even the crying part, like I think she was fine with it up until I think what started the emotional ride for her, where like I think she kind of like this wasn't maybe the greatest experience at times when he was like, oh, like he asked her like was it a problem or something? And she was like, they just kept coming on my face, and I told them not to come in my eyes, and they kept doing it. She's like, so like that was kind of like, you know, bothersome. But other than that, and it was like, oh,
I
no,
mean, the
like,
clip I just
you-
saw when she was talking about her being just used as like a prostitute and like going through that like emotional roller coaster of
you felt a little bit like you were taken advantage of and maybe assaulted. You keep telling dude, yo, not here, and Bill's like, yeah, whatever, bitch. He's like, my eyes. She came out the thing. She was like, my eyes are on fire, and he's like, from all the. She was
Cum
like,
in your
yeah,
eyes?
they just kept coming on my eyes. Like, oh, not to.
well, you should have worn a fucking clear mask. You gotta prepare for these things, lady. You gotta be
You
wearing
should've
contact
just been
lenses.
like, hey, can we
Do you know that's apparently the reason they have like long, like really long eyelashes?
whores?
Well, like back in the day, they would be called cum umbrellas.
Oh yes,
Yeah, they would have really long lashes, so that way they wouldn't get it in their eyes.
yes.
That was the origin story of.
Like she
Long
should just be
lashes.
like, come on my chest. Like all bulls just come on my chest.
I mean, yeah, she probably should have set that ground rule at the beginning. Well, I
That's what
mean,
I'm saying. I think next time, like now.
what
that
if they
she
were
knows-
aiming there and they just had really strong?
I'm sure accidents happen, yes, but when it's fucking 100 dudes and 40 of them are just like, yeah, I don't think
Well,
it's an accident.
bro, the dam is broken after the first guy. It's over. After the first one's like, and then it's just gonna be like, all right. This is a mob mentality, dog. You're talking to the mob.
I'm probably just nutting right in it. Fuck it.
That's crazy. And then like you're like guy number 7.
But if
Yeah.
everybody's dumping on their
There's
chin, I might as well-
93 people behind you. Just gotta
Yeah, if
run
everybody's
through your
dumping on their
shit.
chin. That's an untouched spot.
I'm turning into a school bus. Nothing in her butt.
Also, I think she was doing one at a time.
Yeah. It was one at a time.
Yeah.
Which that seems absolutely nuts.
I think next time she might knock down 2 or 3 at a time.
Down up and up all the orifices.
She already do.
I'm sure she does, but like video wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but like for this train, like I mean, I don't know. What if her
this.
train stipulation video is like, I'm just gonna be laying on my back.
Oh yeah, there's no video.
He doesn't have any videos of any of this.
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I checked.
It's not on her OnlyFans.
Man, when I heard about this, I had to go do the research.
All right, well, do a little bit more. I mean, if you got to tap into the company fund to get to fund to get into your OnlyFans.
Nah, I just wanted to see like what kind of work you put in, and then I assume
Because if you're just knocking down 100 for the love of the game, like that's nuts.
Well, sure, thing is 1,000. So her thing is 1,000. So like this, like I think at one point she says like this is like just like a training to get up to that.
But you're
No,
not playing, like you're not video, like you're not making
who videotapes-
you're not monetizing the training by video.
Practice, bro. It's practice. I want to see the game. Practice.
All right, AI.
Dog, do you want to go see Eagles practice? You want to go see Eagles practice? No. You would have seen them play on Sunday at 1 o'clock, right?
No, but we still got reporters at videotaping making film at the practice.
That guy was the reporter. He videotaped everything. He reported on the guys going in. He had conversation with dudes outside. He did his reporting.
That's like a Channel 5 news thing.
He interviewed her after practice. Yo, how was practice today? It was a good one, you know. Coach told me to work on some things.
Well, I mean, I hope that she gets all the hype. All of the hype, so that way everybody.
It's also weird that she's from England. This isn't even American shit.
This is absolutely nuts. Someone's making it their life work to just bang 1,000 dudes in the sitting.
I think it's a world record.
Well, that means Guinness has got to be there.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy to be the guy who has to, or lady who has to sit through that.
There's got to be a couple of people. There's no way one person's sitting in the room just watching the chick get nailed by multiple dudes.
Just click it. As soon as he nuts on her, just clicks the clicker. Next.
Well, that was one thing I had a question about because she was like, "Yeah, I had sex with all these dudes." But she was like, they were only supposed to go for like 3 to 5 minutes, and like some went longer. But I'm like, what if the ones did go? Like, are you going for 3 to 5 for them to finish, or is it just you have 3 minutes to, and if you get one off, you get one off? But like that was one of her other like non likes were like dudes going over and dudes nutting in her ass.
Yeah, that'll ruin your day.
Yeah, you hear that timer going off, people knocking on the door. What's up, dog?
Just absolutely obliterating it. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know on the update of that the video. I told my one homie about it. I actually found out like there was a lot of people who had already seen it, which was baffling to me.
The Johnsons.
Yeah, the Johnsons.
Told you.
Stranger the Johnsons.
That's what my coworker said. He's like,
I brought it up to like a couple of people. I was like, oh, you should watch that. And then I seen some eyes perk up. I'm like, what do you know about this? He's like, I know about that movie. I was like, bro, what? Why? Why do you know about this? Right. And one of the funniest reactions I did get from the movie is that I told my gay coworker about it, which I didn't think about because like I was talking to another person that was like he was right next to us, like when I was telling my homie PJ about it. which I think he does this thing where like he asked me about like videos or this podcast, and like he will repeatedly ask me about these things, like he's going to watch them, but he does not. I think he just does it to fuck with me. But I ended up had like, then I told my gay coworker about it, and he told me. I told him on Friday about it, and then he hit me up. He saw me on Monday. He was like, "Bro, I had to turn that shit off after 20 minutes." I was like, 20 minutes? You were practically done.
Yeah.
So I think he only made it to like the wedding kind of scene, that's like 5 minutes in, or so. Because I was gonna say like 20 minutes in, like you're past the bathtub.
Yeah, he's past the bathtub.
I think maybe that's what it was that freaked me out. But I was like, when I was
no, he's not.
was that the last like
If you
5
think
minutes?
it's the bathtub, he gets out the bathtub. Next morning, Dad's going down the steps and he gets caught by his son and he gets smacked by the truck.
Yeah, so it might be the last
funeral.
5 minutes of the movie that has all that.
Yeah. So he did miss the butt. He missed the best part, the funniest part.
Yeah, because I because he had my other PJ pull it up on his phone. He was like, "Yo, you got to watch this one scene,"
Oh,
and it was at the wedding reception.
Okay.
So I'd walked away because I had shit to do, but just the look on his face as he saw it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just watching." I was like, "Yeah, you just keep watching it. Just look at the peephole, dog. Look at the peephole." And there's another young kid whose dad, he's like an Italian kid. His dad, somebody had put like little dick and ball valve stem caps on his wheels one time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Dad flipped out on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, don't ever bring that guy. I told him to watch that movie with his dad.
Oh my god.
The coworker was like, come on, dude. Don't try and get him killed." I was like, bro, what's your relationship with your father like?
Oh my god.
This is a good family movie. You should watch this. Watch this with your pops.
Yeah, 100%.
I told Tim about it, and then one of the times when he came over to do some electrical work, and he was like, it was a Sunday. His dad texted him. He was like, they were like at a country club or something, drinking, watching the game. He's like, I don't know if I want to go over there now.
Oh, Tim watched it and then said, "I don't know."
No, I just explained the whole thing to him as he was doing the electrical
I want to
bullshit.
go over there, Tim.
And I was like, "Hey, you should go hang out with your pops, Tim. Don't tell him put that in your fucking book. Ask him if he's seen the movie. 3 Generations of Men."
Oh my god.
All right, well, that'll be the real end.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know about that.
Some laundry in real quick.
Peace out.